I'll be back.
Thank you.
Alrighty. And, approval of the minutes from our April 2026 meeting. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion that we approve those minutes.
I second it.
Thank you. All right. All,
In
I
favor?
can't think.
All in favor?
All in favor, thank you.
I
Michael?
say yes.
I.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Alrighty, thank you.
Unanimous.
Okay, minutes are approved. Alrighty, new business. 3.1 future municipal solar projects.
That was your idea.
That is my
remember?
idea. So I was thinking, for a hopeful future, like in a couple of years or so, we may get some of these building projects going again in town, like the DPW, and, or any renovation that might be happening at any of the buildings. And I don't know what the official process is, but it would be nice for those committees to include solar in the project. So
Yeah.
solar on a new DPW building or any building that's being renovated, to have that included as part of their, project plans and then be budgeted for. That was my thought. Does that have to be, my question, I guess, is, does that have to be a bylaw? Or is this just select board policy? Like, how do we go about?
No, I don't think it's either of those things, because it's not, that would be a huge requirement. I mean, Amherst did that, like all new buildings have to have solar, all new municipal.
Did they require to have solar, or did they require that it would meet
Well,
the building code?
No, this was before the specialized came around. Actually, because I was part of getting the petition signed. It was like 10 years ago they did this. And it really held up, like getting some things built for a while, because it does make it more expensive. But Hadley has not done that. My recollection is initially the DPW, they kind of were looking at putting solar on it, and it was one of the things they axed to make the
Okay.
job less expensive.
I didn't follow DPW until
Couple
the
things, I
end.
mean,
Yeah.
10 years ago, that's a very different solar world than today.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
saying we shouldn't
And
do
it's
it.
way easier.
Yeah.
And way cheaper, and to act something like that is, penny.
A little foolish.
penny
I think
foolish and
maybe,
Pound,
go ahead.
pound foolish and penny wise,
Yeah.
and however.
Yeah.
I think it would take getting on the building committee or showing up at the building committee meetings and asking for it, suggesting it.
Or,
It's so much cheaper when you're building it.
Yeah.
You've got your electrician already there.
Mhm.
You've got your ladders and scaffolding already.
Exactly.
You know, and boom.
is this something that we would need to approach the select board on?
I don't think so. Because it's not Hadley doesn't have any kind of bylaw that requires solar. I mean, that's huge. Very few towns do,
On municipal buildings?
yes.
Can I just, it doesn't only include like the financing of solar projects, but is it also like maintaining and keeping track of the ones that we already have? Like, is the library and the senior center under that umbrella?
Under what umbrella?
The building, I guess I'm a little confused.
Okay, in our building code, there is no requirement to put solar on a building.
I understand, but do we wanna add to their like, I'm assuming that there's like an,
Built-in maintenance?
yeah.
Yeah, I think when you get solar, you have to do that.
There's
Okay.
not a lot of
It's
maintenance.
very
to that.
little.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's like for 30 years,
Okay.
it sits there.
I think, like, in order to maybe have some influence with the building committee, somebody who's has it, like you, one of you guys that has it, and can really vouch for how well it works and how beneficial it is. Like, it really is supplying your house with all the electricity that you need. You know, I don't know, there was an article in the paper today, an opinion piece, that somebody wrote about, the value of the specialized building code, which did not pass in Deerfield a few days ago, and solar, and it was a really well-written piece, and how hands down, exactly what you're saying. It's, in the long run, you are so much better off with, well, everything having to do with specialized code, not just having solar, but a super tight house. You know, these very well-built, super efficient homes, when all is said and done, they really don't cost more to build because they save you so much money down immediately. Like, I don't know, it's just, you know, I think we would have to push for it, and I don't know, for a building like that, how much would solar cost? For a
Like what?
building,
Like a DPW
for a
building?
new DPW,
Well, there's a huge demand there,
yeah.
so you're talking about a big installation. Not to further complicate things, but one of the things that's gonna come up is that if the landfill goes in, it's counting on offsetting demand for all the town. I think there's plenty of demand, and I don't think, you know,
The
a few new
schools.
buildings are gonna, the school's a pretty big
Yeah.
system, but even so, it's just, that's gonna come up and it needs to be addressed.
So are you saying that the landfill would be producing enough to cover the DPW?
The landfill's designed to cover a good chunk of
Of all
all
the
the
mu-
towns, like municipal use, that's how the deal is currently structured.
Okay, so maybe that's.
May never get done.
Really?
Well, I don't know, it's sitting before the legal, I mean, I don't, it's sitting
Sitting?
in legal, everything takes a long time in this town, we don't have like a lot of time.
Is that committee meeting on any kind of
It's
regular
the-
basis?
It's the legal counsel for the town is reviewing the memorandum that was passed by the select board a month and a half or 2 months ago at least. And,
So does somebody need to call
well, I
legal
asked
and,
Jane about it, and she was gonna get on it, and I thought she was gonna be here tonight, so I was gonna ask her, but I will call her.
Okay.
Is this something that, you know,
Are you getting all this, Mary?
Yeah.
you and I or something could go to a building meeting, a building inspection meeting? I don't know if they even
No,
have
no,
them.
no, it's the building committee, the DPW building. There's, I
Yeah,
don't know if they're still talking,
I
but they're,
think it's tabled at the moment.
The whole
It's-
project.
Right.
yeah.
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 I mean, I would think before you go, it would be worth following the landfill project. Cause I mean, you might be asking for something that's not needed in the first place.
No, I don't believe that.
I don't
don't-
think so.
I don't
All right.
believe
Yeah, I
that.
don't either.
Oh,
well,
you're
'cause
saying get some on the building?
Yeah, I don't think the
There's a-
landfill can touch the entire.
I mean, I
building.
Oh,
subbed
okay,
at
I thought you were
Hopkins
saying
the
maybe
other
it
day,
Yeah.
No, I
and
thought
there's
you
not
said
enough
vent.
outlets in the school. The kids need to charge their devices, there's electrical cords running around, you know? So there's a need for electricity, we're headed in that direction, including vehicles. So to me,
That
solar
was-
on the DPW
Yep.
with some charging stations is a good thing to have built as it's
Yeah, it's
going
not
on.
really on our agenda, but I was thinking about, that's another thing that maybe the town needs to look at, is that all new buildings should have a charging station. I mean, the more people that buy electric cars, you need a place to charge it. I mean, like a new apartment complex should have a couple.
Well, yeah, and that's really not on the
I
agenda
know,
either.
I know.
I put it on the topic for next agenda.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to this building, it's pretty amazing that they had some money in the bank for the building fund.
Well, they planned for it.
They planned for it,
Yeah.
and they were able to do it, and whatever the inputs are, you know, it's paying for all these lights. When it comes to the library, it's complicated because there might have to be some roof repair done, but the library had applied for LEED, that's, I can't remember the acronym, but it's like energy design
Yeah.
kind of thing, and that would really make our case for it in getting money back from LEED
Oh, they
but
haven't gotten anything back yet?
because
Is it
right
roof?
now they're reviewing it to see how we would qualify or if we would even qualify for LEED without the solar on the roof. So that's up in the air. But I think it's a pretty brilliant idea to think about it for all the new municipal buildings.
Mhm.
Or
Um,
even existing municipal
There's
buildings.
two, you're talking about future to be built municipal buildings, is that what you're?
Or remodeling.
Or remodeling.
Yes,
You're
I'm-
not
I'm looking
talking,
to
you're
the
not
future.
talking about newly built, as in the library or the.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct. That's been done
right.
and waiting.
Yeah,
No, I'm looking to the future, and I know it's not gonna be immediate,
yeah,
but we need to be proactive, 'cause,
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
yeah, so I guess I'm just looking for next steps, and maybe I need to talk to Jennifer at Town Hall to see what those might be.
Yeah. Or who is the current building inspector in town?
I don't know.
I think we just have an interim, right? Is it Mr. Waskevitz right now?
Who, Dave Waskevich? Okay. Who also does something similar in Amherst?
I think so,
Okay. Interesting.
yeah.
Hmm.
All right, I guess I will, contact Town Hall and see
Who's in?
how to go about this. 'Cause I think it would be nice that it would be insured whether one of us needs to sit on the committee or, I don't know how to go about it, 'cause it seems like
I think
it's
it
almost a
might.
no-brainer at this point.
Well,
that
that's
it
what I
really
thought,
needs
but
to
they
be
nixed
involved.
it right off. And I was like, oh, you know, like, oh, no, like, it's such a good idea, but they're
Yeah.
not thinking, I guess they were
Yeah.
just thinking about, look, we can't afford it. We just don't have
Yeah.
the money for it. So whether in the
Well,
long
they
run.
nixed the whole thing, so.
Yeah, yeah, it's on pause. I'm gonna think of it that way. It's on pause. Alrighty, so 3.2 is bike share, and that was mine, and I spent some time, looking it up. I was hoping to make a phone call, but life got in the way, and I didn't get quite that far. And I know at one point, and I think it might have been before I joined the committee, was it talked about here?
Yeah.
And there was a cost to it.
There was.
Right.
Okay. I don't know if there was
Hmm.
still a cost, but I think last summer, Valley Bike Share got a rather large grant, and Westfield was joined on, and several other communities were supposed to, but they were not named in the article that I was looking at. So there was, Carolyn Mish in
Mhm.
Northampton, seems to be maybe the contact person, so that's who I'm hoping to call to get some information. Because if you look at the map, you have UMass, Amherst, Northampton, and we
Yeah.
have these multi-use paths now along Route 9, plus the bike path that runs parallel. It just kind of makes sense, maybe?
Well,
What
especially
part
with
of
the
that
mall
group?
and everything, like,
Yeah.
people would ride their bike from ride the
Right.
bike from Amherst or Northampton or
That's
Hadley.
where they wanna put, if they want, put one in Hadley, they wanna put it by the mall.
Okay.
Bless you.
And for that reason, they like to put it where people are
Are
coming.
going
So,
to be.
so
People
put it
coming
where? Are you
By
thinking?
the mall.
Really? Okay, that's interesting. Because I know when we were exploring this a few
Okay.
years ago, we were talking about maybe having it in front of the Goodwin building.
But why
Okay.
couldn't we have?
We were hoping for that, but
Seems
the
like
way their
both would be
program
good.
is set up, they wanna go to places where there's activity, lots of it, people coming and going. So the first place, the easiest, the course of least resistance in Hadley is gonna be at the mall. Maybe you can convince them to get another one, maybe they have enough money.
Well, that's
now
a
to
great
do that.
place as a destination, but how would anybody in Hadley get on a bike to go to the mall if there's not a station somewhere
It's not
else?
so much for Hadley.
Right, it would be for
It's
the other
for
towns.
their whole system.
Right.
If you think about the university students
Right, they
coming
would-
in,
Cause you pay by the ride.
Yeah. It's-
And they're
they
probably the
wanna- in order
biggest
for one of those
users of it.
systems to work, they gotta get a lot of use,
Yeah,
and that's what they're trying to do.
and probably a station like in front of the Goodwin, wouldn't
It
you
would
think?
cost the town some money to do that,
And do
probably.
you think it would get very much use? Probably not.
some, I mean.
Yeah.
But, so, and the other thing that I think you're gonna learn from Mish is that there's some step that Hadley has to take proactively
Right,
in order for them to even,
consider us?
yeah. And we have not taken that yet, and
Okay.
we need to figure out what that is and take it. I can't remember what it is.
Does it involve money?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Perhaps some nominal amount of money, but
Right. Okay,
But it'd be interesting to see if the mall corporation, and I don't think it's owned by Pyramid anymore, I
Right.
think they sold out, but if the mall would be willing to fund a bike station
Like sponsor,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
because
That
I
would
did
be-
read about sponsorships and
Yeah.
what I was looking at.
somebody has to, there has to be somebody sponsoring it to pay for the
Kathy,
pad, to
where
pay for
were
the
we
pad, I
looking?
think.
What-
The-
The Valley Bike Share website is where I was looking, and then I followed a couple of links.
That's what,
From
that's
that.
how they're structured, it's all coming back to me now.
Okay,
Some corporation or town or entity needs to sponsor the place of the, and pay for the pad.
yeah, okay,
But- And so, and, yeah.
all right.
Because they would shuffle the bikes around.
Is that the
Right,
When
they
they
big
can
need
move,
to,
right,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's one of the costs.
Because, you know, we get that recycling grant money every year, and one of the things, it will pay for a concrete
Oh,
pad.
that's right.
We can use grant
That's
money.
right, we were talking about what,
Oh,
how we
okay.
were gonna spend that money.
Yeah.
How much is it there?
Right now, we have a balance of a little
you
over
said
4,000 that's
Okay.
not spoken for.
Mhm.
And so I talked to Jennifer and told her we had just decided, like, use it. Use it for town stuff that
It'd
ordinarily.
be nice to put that in the town locally, but they're gonna push you in the other direction.
Oh, okay.
No, but, I mean, if you kind of get on that, and if that's one of the major
And
expenses,
we'll get that grant again next year.
well, we could, she's not gonna spend the 4,000 all at once.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still go to her and say, hey, we have
All right.
we just hadn't come up with anything, so I sort of handed it over to her and said, use it however. She said, I'd be hard pressed to spend $4,000 on office supplies for the whole entire town. We just don't use that much. But she said, I'll and then she had an idea about something that I can't remember what, but anyway, no, it's still, if it's something that we could get going,
It just seems
Whenever.
logical. At this point, it seems very logical.
I mean, maybe it's something we could get up and going over the summer, I don't know.
All right,
So
well,
there is some
I'll
money.
take the next step of giving Carolyn a call and get myself up to speed and,
Okay,
all right.
yeah, and find out what the various costs really are, yeah.
Okay.
So I looked on the Valley Share Bike website, and it seems, I mean, maybe I didn't dig enough, but it looks like it's mostly geared towards
The
if you're a
user,
rider.
yeah, okay. I might have gone somewhere
Maybe you
sideways,
might have
yeah.
found it some other way.
Yeah, I did some digging around.
Geared toward what?
Oh,
I
mobility.
went on to their website, and it's
Some-
mostly geared towards like if you're a rider, where to find
Oh,
a spot
yeah,
and
yeah,
how to use it.
It's associated with a group called Mobility. Did you see that group on there? Because the original
It's
group
called Mobility.
they were partnered with had gone out of business,
Mhm.
and mobility something, there's a second
Right.
word,
Share
and that's what I followed. I went to their website.
and let me just, okay, let's see if it comes up.
Mobility step? No.
You have it written
Anyway,
down.
it's a great
Yeah.
timing now that
Yeah.
the sidewalks are finished, you got
Mhm.
integration to the bike paths and everything else.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, and maybe the sponsor will also see that as a valuable thing.
So, but could those bikes ride on the sidewalks? No.
Are they multi-use paths?
Yes.
Is it- yeah.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We don't have a bike path running on the pavement along
They're
No,
mul-
it's
they're
on the-
multi-use.
there? Okay.
yeah, it's off the
Cool.
road, yeah.
Wow, that's really good.
Okay, all right, so I will take the next step and call Carolyn and do some more digging. Alrighty, moving on to item 4, updates. So spring cleanup day, Jack?
So we had a successful spring cleanup day, and it's interesting because shifting it to later in April worked. The weather was a little warmer,
Yeah.
and we had 40 people sign the Google form. That worked really well. And I think one of the centerpieces to that day was the fact that there were 20 people from the schools,
Nice.
kids and teachers, who did the cleanup. And
On
then,
top of the 40 that signed up, or?
as well, the 40, some of them, people signed up for a group. So there were 40 different people who signed the Google form, but sometimes they said, I'm bringing 6 people with
Oh,
me.
cool, yeah.
So, yeah, it was successful. Now, we don't tally what we collect. That's always an issue, but it's also really hard to have people at the dump to like weigh it and
Exactly.
measure.
Yeah,
Some of the feedback and said that the folks at the dump were excellent, and they were very accepting of anybody who had trash to bring in. Some of the pictures that came in were very positive. And what I'd like to show this group is I'd like to show you a video that Iris Tang made for us.
This
If
is
you're the
so-
videographer and
it's
your
so
biostat
cute. It's
cinematographer,
really
you're-
cool.
Yeah. And here, let me set this up.
Am I in the way?
No, I'm trying to set this up.
Can we turn it up a little bit?
Yes.
Organized and led by Hadley's Climate and Change Committee. We first gathered in the parking lot of our high school, Hopkins Academy, so we can enjoy short talks with our neighbors. A bagel donated by Tandem Bagel, and get trash bags donated by Home Depot. About 50 people signed up for the cleanup. 20 students and teachers from Hadley Public School participated. And now we get in our car to pick up the trash and the recyclables by the road
Nice.
and then in the waterfront in Hadley. Here's a good piece, a badminton ball. Sometimes we run into each other since the street we signed up for are next to each other. Look at the big smiles. After some hard work, our
This is
trash
beautiful.
bags
This is great. This is brilliant.
Yes.
We're happy to take the trash bags to the Hadley transfer station. Solid Waste Solutions took all the trash bags without charging us. A very big piece of trash like this one goes to the bulky waste bin. The annual community cleanup day ends at 1 p.m. Thank you and see you next year.
That's great.
Did you know she's done a bunch of town videos?
Well, we talk about public service announcements. That's really effective.
Yes.
When she sent that, I couldn't believe
I know, I
how well
know.
done it was.
Yeah.
So, my thanks to Iris for making that, for sending it our way. And I think, Marion, I think you were included on one when I sent that around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I sent it to the select board members.
Did you send it by email?
I did.
Okay.
Did you put it on the Hadley
I'm
community
gonna
page?
just add it.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
it was a little tricky to get it loaded, but it worked.
Looks like you did a good job getting everybody to separate their cans and bottles too, so a lot
Yeah,
of
some
stuff
people
got
really did a
recycled.
good
Yeah.
job with that.
And we got
So,
3 giant stuffed bags of aluminum. Just
Oh,
scattered.
wow. Wow.
so Jack, is there a way for folks who might be watching the meeting to find it if they haven't seen it already? Is it archived somewhere?
I mean, I'll put it in the minutes.
Well, and he
Okay.
said it's on the community page too.
Or on the Hadley page. I put it out there on Facebook
Yeah,
as
okay.
well. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was successful and hard to believe that for 6 years we've been doing it.
Well, and then it's
Good.
drawing more and more people every year, that's very cool.
So Claire and I cleaned up about 2/3 of the area around the horse farm on North Maple, and we had 7 bags of trash and lots of cardboard. It was just amazing how much trash in a relatively small area.
Did those UMass students?
They did not.
Yeah.
Now, that's one change for next year. We're hoping, through Gage Spanknable's help, to get a couple of fraternities to come and help us.
So did anybody do that area over by the soccer fields and the sundial and all that?
No.
Oh, well.
So do we wanna make a more concerted effort to reach out to UMass?
Yes.
Well, thank you, Jack.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
good work.
4.2, Green Communities Projects. Kathy, I think that's you.
So I did get in touch with Chris Desjardins, finally got back, I mean, they're so busy over there. Anyway, so AEG over the spring break. Okay, I don't know what part of the building this is. I did not know there was a skylight somewhere in Hopkins, yeah? And that's what they insulated? I don't know what that means, like around it or
Must be.
something. And the rest, you're going to do during the summer. So this is at least a year later than they were supposed to. But actually, it's not even the insulation. I'm sorry, so this makes sense. They were doing the air sealing now. They're not even doing insulation yet, because the air sealing has to be done first. And I've asked him a couple of times to forward me a copy of the invoice or the proposal, but he just hasn't gotten around to it yet. I just figure he's sort of swamped. So I don't know how much it cost, so I don't know what our balance is that we still need to use up. I mean, it's good news that they did do some work. And, you know, I just haven't wanted to pester him because there's so much going on
There was a lot
with the
going.
budget and
Yes,
stuff,
sure.
so, maybe over the summer we can talk about it some more and, you know, try to get a better handle on what the forward plans are. That's, I'm a little, kinda want him to get on it, getting some, you know, quotes for the next project, but we have this like 13,000 or whatever money we need to use up, so, I don't know. He kinda wants to stick with AEG to finish this. It's
Project,
just
yeah.
taking so long, I mean, it's just ridiculous how long it takes, but anyway. So, that one little part did get done.
Okay, thank you. 4.3, Plastic ink promotion. I don't know, Jack, Kathy?
Well, I checked with the library today, actually. I went online, like in my account, to see if I wanted to put it on hold,
Mm-hmm.
just to see if they're all checked out.
Good.
I think there are 27 or 29 copies in the whole Mars system,
Okay.
9 of which are Hadley's.
Good.
They're all checked out and 13 people are on the wait list.
Okay,
So, you know, people are
Good.
reading it,
good.
yeah.
What's the book again? What's it called?
Plastic ink. I highly recommend it. I've read it, and it covers, you know, what those speakers have talked to us about, especially that second one. And it goes, she's a really good writer, and stuff is very well documented. And one thing she gets into a lot in this book is the big business of it.
Mm.
And how the oil companies, I mean, they're just making a fortune making plastic because I guess it's a cheap byproduct from, you know, oil refinery. So they want to keep making even more. And, you know, the name of the game is what's going to help us. We'll try not to use it on a personal level, but legislation. And she does go into the fact that Europe has a bazillion regulations on what can be added to it. I guess that's what's making people sick, is the colors and the chemicals added to make it stretchy or soft or hard, or all the different properties that the basic chemical have. Anyway,
When you say it's a byproduct, does that mean that you have something left over after refining oil
That's
that
what I
turns into
understand.
plastic?
that they
Or
use to
they're
turn
not
into.
specifically using petrochemicals to make plastic?
Well, I don't think the impression I got from the book is like polypropylene and something else are natural byproducts of the refining process. So, you know, you can get a ton
There
of it.
probably are products that are made just from petroleum, but I think there is a lot of byproduct material.
And then there are so many plastic products now. I mean, look at all the stuff in this room. All of this is one of those basic chemicals with a bunch of other chemicals and things added to it, phthalates and all the stuff that we know now are endocrine disruptors and are really bad for our health, getting into our bodies, water, soil, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's very well written, and it's a real eye-opener when you read that thing, especially, I mean, she does a good job of talking about how it's affecting fertility rates and, you know, male fetuses fully developing, that there's, you know, undescended testicles and low sperm, you know, how their male genitalia is not fully, there are certain chemicals, and what they're finding is it has nothing to do with volume, that even a tiny bit, if a person, a baby, a fetus, a young child ingests it at the right time, it can wreak havoc. So,
And what's this about the plastic
Yeah.
expert speaker in the
Yeah.
fall?
Are we pursuing a
so
particular person?
Sue, you know, we've talked to her about a speaker, and
Sue is the librarian?
yeah, and she thought it would be a great idea to have somebody now when they're promoting the book, only she wants to get somebody from UMass because it's a lot less money. You don't have
Yeah.
to pay for their transportation and stuff. And it's, I guess through that program, Science Stories, she feels like, I guess she's reached out and somebody told her, oh yeah, definitely, there are like 3 or 4 people we could get, but not really right now, because it's towards the end of the school year.
So just adding a little more background, there's a series that they broadcast from the community room in the library called Science Stories.
Okay.
So there's some grad students in the sciences from UMass where roughly every month they will do a little bit of a podcast where they'll interview somebody and then they'll broadcast it out. So as part of Science Stories in the fall, they could find a UMass expert on plastic, which would back end with this book, and that would
Right.
work out really well.
So what Sue said to me was that the person she spoke to asked that we put together questions for the speaker, like basically what do we want them to talk about?
Mm.
What questions do we have? So, I mean, look at the chapters. I don't know, they're just the basic things, you know, the big business of it, why recycling doesn't really work, you know, what the chemicals are that are, you know, it's like the nitty gritty on what plastic really is and how it's affecting us, including fertility and fetus development and the other things that it's doing in our bodies. I mean, they've, you know, taken dead people's brains and found the plastic in there and weighed it, you know, and it's like, it's the equivalent to, I forget what they said, but it's like a chunk of something, you know, we've all, not only do you have to watch out for cholesterol clogging up your system, but now there's plastic in there, all, you know, all through us. So, you know, and then it brings up, well, you know, should we be more proactive about single-use water bottles in town, or, I don't know, I'm hoping by promoting the book and having a speaker that people will read it and be so alarmed that they'll be like, oh my God, I had no idea. I'm not buying those anymore. So maybe we don't have to make them illegal, people will stop using them. But there's so much. I mean, what we really need is legislation that will curtail what all they can add. You know, the chemicals that are so dangerous for people, that they not be allowed to add those.
Remind me when we're doing topics for next agenda, I've got some information that relates to that.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, if you guys want a little time to think about what you want them to cover,
I haven't read the book yet.
okay.
I told you, it makes me really depressed, and I feel like it is legislation, it's like, it's so much bigger than us, it is much bigger.
Well, I think for us, the reason
I
why.
certainly think it's good for people to be educated about it and to reduce their dependency on plastics.
Well, and also there's that documentary, Plastic Detox. Did you watch that? I highly
No, I
recommend.
told you, I can't,
You can't?
no, it upsets me.
No, this is a good news thing. No,
Okay,
it's
this one's a
this
good one.
doctor, an obstetrician, I don't know what kind of doctor she is, but anyway.
I don't know,
She, you know, figured out that plastic was probably, like, there are so many people having fertility problems with no physical reason why they should be. And, you know, there was some evidence that plastic, or the poisons in plastic had something to do with that. So I forget how many couples she took, like 6 or 9 or something like that. And she worked with them for like a year and got them to detox plastic out of their lives. Like all the things that a lot of us are already, stop using any kind of plastic containers, no heating in plastic, you know,
Already did
all
that.
this stuff. And it really had a positive effect. Not everybody, but some of the people, after not using like just not drinking out of plastic water bottles anymore, definitely not heating anything in plastic, which
Yeah,
just,
for sure.
it's like styrofoam. It just sends the junk right into your food.
Uh-huh.
You know, after not doing a lot of those things for a while, you know, the guy's sperm counts went up and they got pregnant.
Yeah.
So,
Not to be a naysayer, 6 couples does not make a study.
no, I
I just need to
understand
say
that.
that. I need to
I
say
understand
that.
The science
I was going
teacher.
to.
Okay. Science
No, but I
teacher.
think the interesting
Yeah.
thing that she's trying, I mean, this is the very tippy beginning of really digging into this
Oh,
and seeing
yeah.
how it's affecting us. And the good news there is that maybe like the phthalates and what is it, BPA and these different chemicals that we know are really bad for us, that apparently maybe they don't do permanent damage. If you stop using it, you'll still get microplastics throughout your system, clogging things up. But the poisons that are like screwing with your endocrine system, if you stop ingesting them, after a while your body recovers.
And it's out on Netflix, so it's
Right,
getting
yeah,
lots
just-
of views.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched
I
it.
mean,
It's
I'm-
called
Yeah.
detox.
Plastic
Plastic
detox.
Yeah, I mean,
Plastic detox.
I'm talking about it because I feel like the more the whole problem is on people's minds, that they'll just do better for themselves. You know, it's just to help people. Like, you know, buy a metal water bottle, for God's sake.
Right.
Don't buy plastic water bottle. You know, any little thing people do for themselves is gonna help.
Reuse a glass jar.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, I save all my pasta sauce, not all of them
I
now,
do-
but, and, you know,
Most
you can
citrus
freeze
is-
stuff in those, and,
It's hard because it's just all around us. It's amazing.
It,
How
Well,
when you
this
think about
is-
how much
Yeah.
is
but-
in-
but the
even my
thing
car
about-
is filled with plastic. It's just amazing.
right, but you're not licking your car, you know, I mean,
Well,
that's.
it's breathing.
Huh?
it
He's
sits in
breathing,
the
it's
sun all
gathering.
day.
I understand that, but by not
But he can keep the
using
windows
it in
open
your
more.
kitchen. Huh?
You can keep the windows open more.
But I am not licking my car.
Did we get that on the
No,
mail?
I like
feel
my
like you
car
guys-
very much, but there you go.
I feel like you guys are arguing with with me.
No,
no,
It makes no
we're not
difference.
It's
arguing.
It's a broad view.
It's just so big.
It is, it's horrible,
It's
okay?
so big.
I mean, I cry about it sometimes.
No,
It
for
is
sure.
terrible, and there isn't, it makes you feel helpless, cause like, what are we gonna do?
But your point
Yeah.
about the fact that the phthalates and the BPA's
Right.
are volatile and that they go away after a while.
If you stop ingesting them.
That's
Right, and
really
it's-
important
so I
because
think
basically
education is
plastic is inert.
Right,
And just because it's in your body doesn't necessarily mean that it's a problem. These other things are.
right.
Well, I think microplastics sticking to the lining of your arteries and veins is, and like all dispersed through our brains. I don't, it's not a great idea, and I don't want to spend a lot of time thinking about it because it would get me really upset. I mean, I have serious short-term memory problems. I mean, I'll look at I'll look at the title of, okay, this is a great example. I'll look at the title of a book that I want to look up, on the library system, because I want it. I want to put it on hold. And by the time I have typed in my, gotten to the account, I cannot remember the title of the book and I have to go look at it again. My long term is better, but my short term like that.
You think it's because the plastics?
I have no idea, but it can't be helping, right? I mean, if your neurons are all clogged up with little bits of
So
plastic.
in the meantime,
Anyway,
I'm gonna
Wait,
read
wait,
through
wait.
this, yes.
Good, good, and I put it in the
Book over there
minutes.
is a
I
plastic.
know, with a plastic cover.
I
And
know.
we're gonna
There
talk
it is,
to the
it'll last longer.
librarian, and
Yes.
we're gonna get some education out,
Yes.
and like
I just
step
feel
by
like
step.
it's our responsibility. I know
Yes.
it's upsetting.
It is,
It
and we're
really,
going to.
really is.
Okay,
And
good.
But
I'll-
once you've
Steps.
read it, you'll want somebody else to.
And I'll
It's a
give
good
Sue a lot of credit for helping us out with
Yes.
this.
Yes.
She's really
Thank
positive.
you.
Well, we were
Yeah.
she and I were talking, and I told her about the fertility bit, and so she has like a young adult daughter who's not married but has a boyfriend, and she was telling them about it, and I guess the boyfriend, I shouldn't say that, never
Yeah,
mind.
we are. There is
We're-
a hot mic.
We're on
Okay.
camera.
We'll
Alrighty.
save it for another day.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, 4.4,
We're on composting flyer.
composting flyer, I don't know who wants
Any
to.
news on
The
that?
point is, people are hearing about this and they're making adjustments in their
Okay.
lives.
Okay, good.
To be less and
Excellent.
less
Woohoo.
drastic.
All right, composting flyer, you brought that to town hall, right?
I did.
Okay.
And it's up at the library too,
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
right
And
when you
they're-
check out books.
And I have it in my car because Catalina wasn't coming, I didn't bring it in. But I still have two of them. One is like quite large, so if anybody knows of a good place to hang that up, I have it in my car. There's one here, one at the library, one at town hall. I don't know where else to,
Well, you can't do it at the post office, can you?
I don't think so.
I
I don't think there's
never
any
seen
Okay.
a
kind
public
of
spot.
bulletin
Okay.
board there.
Yeah.
But,
So they are around.
Mhm.
yeah, do you want to take to your,
Where would I bring it?
I don't know, at your synagogue, is there any place for posters?
Not
or-
for a really big one. I
Well,
would take
there's a small one
I would
too.
take smaller ones. I mean, it's for Hadley though. We're in Amherst.
It's for anybody.
Okay.
It's just encouraging
Yeah.
to compost.
We're
I mean, there are
we're
some
composting. We're having a pickup service now.
from USA.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
must be.
No, it's called Banana something.
Oh,
It's a different company.
Huh.
Do you want me to find out about it?
sure.
Okay.
I mean, we're not allowed to advertise on our
Oh.
website,
Ooh, that-
but you can. But the more you know, the more you can.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
Somebody asks.
Okay. I can take.
I wonder if that's, I mean, it's worth knowing about. Is it less expensive than having it picked
I
up
don't
by
have no
USA?
idea. Are there ones in the school, up in the school at all?
No. They're not doing any kind of food
I know,
separation.
they don't want, I know, but just for kids to know.
Well, that's what we've been saying all along. But
Yeah.
Annie McKenzie doesn't really want any outsiders coming in and preaching about it because she said the kids aren't
That it should come from the
thinking of it on
students.
their own. They're just gonna sit there
Okay,
and
yep.
go, you know.
Alrighty. Okay, next. Topics for next agenda. Jack, back to you.
I have charging stations on the list.
Charging stations is a good one. Also, in June, our next meeting, brainstorming questions for a guest expert on plastic. That's really important.
Okay, guys.
And also, if you weren't aware, I think this cycle in the State House is coming to an end on June 30th.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Are you
Say
talking
that
about
one more
Ways and
time.
Means?
Oh, I'm,
everything, like they
Oh,
go
oh,
home for the
it-
summer.
they have like a 2-year legislative
Yeah, yeah,
cycle.
yeah.
And, you know, there's a number of bills addressing plastic and plastic consumption and things like that.
Do you have them in your?
No, a lot of these bill numbers have been changing as
I
things
mean,
get
I know
merged.
every one of them
and
I've
all of
heard
that.
about, I've already written to Comerford and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, and said, please. And she's,
Yeah.
the thing is, our reps are already back in that stuff anyway, so, you know, Hampshire County is not the problem, it's other places that are, whatever.
Other topics for next agenda?
This is a really quick one, but there was an important decision made at town meeting that won by just a few votes to change the wording in the solar bylaw for the
Mhm.
planning commission to change the word from shall to may
Right, for screening.
regulate screening. And it's fairly substantial if people are gonna do agrivoltaics on their farms. And both your brothers
Yeah.
felt very strongly about it. I didn't even know about it coming on the agenda for the town meeting until I got there. If I had, I might have been prepared. This committee should have had some conversation about it and made a comment about it, because it's really important.
What, how did the vote end and
It
such?
passed.
I think we have to
Yeah.
talk
It
about
passed.
it.
Yeah, you're
right,
right,
you're right.
okay.
And yeah, but
Gotcha.
you wanna write that
So
down
what-
for
what is
topic,
I have it.
What is it called?
screening, agrivoltaic
It's all passed.
screening.
What I want to bring up is
Yeah.
the mechanism that we become more aware of things like that, so that we can proactively, as a committee, lend our support.
Yeah.
Well, that's an
I'm
ongoing
just
issue.
curious,
And that
was that through the planning board? Probably?
Yes, it was, I
Okay.
believe, right? It was a planning board,
Mhm.
warrant
Yeah.
article.
Yeah.
Okay, other topics,
That's kind of a lot.
that's good.
I mean,
Yeah.
Okay,
it's following up on a bunch of things
Alright.
and kind of,
note taker for next meeting.
uh,
Marion, you gonna be here?
Will you be back from Chicago?
hold on, let me check.
When is the next meeting?
Second Thursday
The second?
in
Okay, so it's the 11th.
Let's see if I'm gonna be here.
So June
I should
11th?
be here. I
Okay.
think I'm gonna be here.
I may not be here.
okay. Well, if you find out anything, just tell me and then I'll
Yeah.
share.
Yeah, that actually works well with the co-chair.
Yes.
Okey doke. So it's the 11th?
Mhm.
I'll be here.
Okay. Alrighty, would you be willing to
Yeah,
take?
yeah.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty, and I guess it is time to adjourn at 8:10. May I have a
No,
motion to?
7:50.
Oh,
So I make a
7:50.
motion to
Ooh.
adjourn
Thank
this
you, Jack.
meeting of the Climate Change Committee.
Second.
Second.
All right,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
thank you.